winter midnight tending, black climbing rose petals of gold, mirrors the sadness of her soul. Black dahlia and battle kid, lament for her and what he did. She will while away the hours in her garden of black flowers, each intoxicating scent, testament to time she spent, as each dark season came and went. The sundial long stopped marking time, much fruit has withered on its vine, a garden nourished through the years by this dejected maiden's tears, and all the love she held for him. She pours into her nurturing. Now every single sable bloom turns its dark face toward the moon. She will while away the hours in her garden of black flowers, each intoxicating scent, testament to time she spent, as each dark season came and went. Hibiscus lily hellebore, she'll tend them all forevermore. Here all the flowers grown are black, for he is never coming back. Hello and welcome to another song from the Witch's House. So today I'm in quite an unusual location. I've decided to make this particular film in my downstairs bathroom or wet room. This is a very small room that we basically had built when I was a carer looking after my stepfather Jim, and we needed a room that we could push a wheelchair into. Jim didn't want any room that looked particularly disabled, even though he was severely disabled, so we kind of went for the Victorian gentleman's bathroom look. And it was always a little bit gothic, but obviously I've gothicked it up a little bit more since he passed away. And the reason why I thought it was appropriate to stand here then is because I've got this little display of black flowers. They're artificial, of course. I'll show you some better angles of these flowers. They're in this vase that I'm quite proud of, which is a pair of witch's boots. And they're on a shelf, which I actually paid £10 for at a car boot sale. So you know what I'm like, I make, do and mend. And they're in front of a very impressive Gothic mirror, which I bought from eBay. In fact, there are several Gothic looking mirrors in here, which have all come from eBay or car boot sales. As I say, you know what I'm like. So yeah, the song you've just heard is called Garden of Black Flowers. It's a very gothic song. It was the only song that I wrote during the lockdown. So it's one of our more recent ones. I think we recorded it around about 2021 when the restrictions had been lifted. It's not really autobiographical, but I suppose it could be. It tells the story of a lady who's had her heart broken. She's a lady of a certain age. And so all of the love and nurturing and tenderness that she's got inside of her heart, which she has no one to apply this to, she spends tending her garden, and she goes out to her garden at night. It's kind of like a negative of an English country garden. So she tends her garden at night as opposed to during the day. All the flowers that she grows in the garden are black, and they gravitate towards the moon as opposed to the sun. So yeah, it was always going to be a very, very gothic song. So we've made an amateur little film to go with it. Now, I don't particularly like appearing in any of these films, but David's not going to do it. So one of us has to do it. And because this song had a central female character, we felt that, you know, there had to be a female shown in the film at some point. So obviously I got the short straw. So I do appear in one or two of the actual scenes tending a garden. It's shot in black and white because obviously we wanted the flowers to appear black, and not always easily achievable, but we've done our best. And also black and white is a little bit more flattering, I've discovered, and a bit more arty. There are lots of flowers that come in the shade of black, which I hadn't appreciated. So I think the last verse says, hibiscus, lily, hellebore, should tend them all forevermore. Here all the flowers grown are black, for he is never coming back. So yeah, lily, hibiscus, hellebore, roses, something called batwing orchid. There are several flowers that, as I say, come in a shade of black. I've never truly found black rose. I think all the roses that are described as black are actually a very, very dark red. But I was inspired with this particular theme by Stevie Nicks. I'm quite a fan of Stevie Nicks. I like sort of slightly mystical artists like Enya, Kate Bush, and some of Stevie Nicks' lyrics quite mystical. David can't stand her. He doesn't understand what I see in her voice, but I think she's got quite an unusual voice with a sort of distinctive sort of vibrato effect to it and a real timbre to her voice. And also she always sounds quite sad. So I'm a big fan of hers, and I came across a song which I don't think she has released officially. I think it was a bootleg. I came across it on the internet called Forest of the Black Roses, and basically it's just her singing with a piano, and she talks about going through a forest of black roses. And that got me thinking about what flowers you can get in the shade of black, and that's what started me on this train of thought. And that's how the song came to be written. So, as I say, it was always going to be one of our very gothic songs. I don't expect lots of people to be a fan of it. It was basically a poem which we've set to music. So I hope you like it, and I hope you like our homemade video. And please leave us a comment, please like and subscribe. As you know, all of our songs are available on Bandcamp should you wish to purchase them. And until we meet again on the next full moon or new moon, some witchy magic is coming your way.